Welcome to the Counterbalance, Being the Counterbalance. I'm so happy to have you here today watching this video. For Being the Counterbalance, let's start with a few minutes of silent reflection. Bring yourself here, perhaps with a few deep breaths. Say hello to your body. Acknowledge its importance for carrying our magnificent spirit. Take another deep breath. When you're ready, come back to the room. What I want to do here today is share with you a perspective of what's going on the planet right now, especially in the US. We've just had the inauguration. News is very difficult for some of us to listen to. Some of us are not listening at all. Some of us are paying attention by dipping in. Some of us are consuming copious amounts of news, and it's taking a toll. It's a difficult time to be alive and not acknowledge how difficult the time is that we're living in. Many of us are experiencing the dashing of hopes and dreams, a lifetime of holding the premise that the light will win. A great darkness is hovering over the United States and the rest of the world. We know all the reasons and evidence for this, and I don't want to dwell on that today. What I am hoping for today is that we'll create a foundation for ourselves for this time. Unusual times call for extraordinary foundations from which to hold the light. And this is the real mission here. How do we hold the light in times of darkness? I am sure all of us have ancestors who have faced difficult times and persevered by putting one foot in front of the other. Perhaps we had ancestors who were part of a resistance, and we can awaken that in ourselves. Way back, sometime between 2020 and 2022, my astrologer, Susan Hines, talked about the Mongolian shaman's prophecy, which said, "We stand at a threshold. We are ending the era of man and entering the age of woman. Each era lasts 5,000 years. I listened to this with great interest and could feel a quickening, and I, like many, thought it would be a rapid process in moving towards this new era. My astrologer mentioned the prophecy frequently in her monthly talks over the next few years. We all felt poised on the edge of a precipice. So many of us have held the dream since the 1960s and 70s for peace, harmony, respect for the natural world, and for people different from ourselves. We have had so much hope. Year after year went by, and my astrologer continued mentioning the Mongolian prophecy. And having a background in assisting women giving birth, I came to understand that we are in the birth canal between eras. Birth is messy, noisy at times. The outcome not necessarily predictable or assured. Yet, we know we must see it through to the end, and in whatever form and shape it takes. And here we are. We are in the birth canal. We are at a threshold. And if each era is 5,000 years, I have come to understand that this time in the birth canal may not be in my lifetime. Michael Meade, the storyteller and weaver of mythology, anthropology, and psychology, is not the only one to suggest that before real change can happen, there is often crisis. Myths from ancient times speak to this. In Hindu mythology, Vishnu, Shiva, and Kali all destroy what exists so that a new world can be created. I believe we're at a threshold of such a time. Who is a better destroyer, dismantler, than he who stands in the White House? I have also come to understand that we are here, you, me, and many like us, are here at this time exactly because of who we are. We are light bearers. We know that hurting other people, animals, and the planet for our gain does not benefit the individual or the whole. We are here to bear witness, to intervene where we can, and to be the ones to say, this is wrong. I will hold the light. Even if you are doing this work quietly from your own home, you are a light worker when you hold the vision of freedom and equality for all people. 8 years ago, I attended the Women's March in Santa Rosa with a dear friend, her sisters, and another mutual friend. It was a gray and drizzly, chilly day in January. There were speeches and a calm sense of being in the right place at the right time. Being someone who shifts focus to read the energy, I looked around the crowd with different eyes. As I did so, I became aware of a being moving through the crowd. She had a smile on her face that resembled the Fool card in the tarot. Most of all, she exuded, I am here. Wafting through the crowds that day, she let me know that the sacred feminine was present. Little did I know how long it might take her to fully emerge. This ties into the Mongolian shaman's prophecy. We are very much on our way, and it is rocky. If each era is 5,000 years, the birth process, again, may take longer than our lifetimes. For now, I ask, how do we make sure we are taking care of ourselves first before we choose how to respond? We must build a foundation for ourselves as a platform to be the counterbalance. And this is what we will focus on today. Just as a building needs a firm foundation, so do we, as vehicles of the light, need a firm foundation. So, in a series of meditations that are guided, we will create our foundation together. And that will be in the next video. If you liked this video today, I encourage you to give a thumbs up and subscribe. You can get these next 3 guided meditations for free as a reminder to be the light on the planet. So thank you so much for listening and have a great day. Bye.